Good evening. Welcome to the November 18th, 2024 meeting of the Stillwater City Council. This time I will call the meeting to order and ask that you all stand and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, first up tonight we have a proclamation in recognition of Small Business Saturday. If you didn't realize it, next week is Thanksgiving, which means next Friday is Black Friday, and next Saturday is Small Business Saturday. So I'll read this proclamation, and then Elaine Zanotti and Christy Morrison from our two small business supporting organizations, Small Businesses, this Stillwater Chamber of Commerce and Visit Stillwater, are here, and we'll recognize them when we're done. Whereas the city of Stillwater, Oklahoma celebrates our local small businesses and the contributions they make to our local economy and community. And whereas according to the U.S. Small Business Administration, there are more than 34 million small businesses in the United States, and small businesses make up 99.7% of all businesses in the country. And U.S. consumers spent $17 billion on Small Business Saturday in 2023. And whereas, on average, 68 cents of every dollar spent at a small business in the United States stays in the local community, with approximately 43 cents of every dollar spent at chain stores remains local. Whereas small businesses in Oklahoma employ more than half of the state's workforce, and whereas Stillwater, Oklahoma supports our local businesses that create jobs, boost our local economy, and preserve our communities, and whereas advocacy groups, local organizations like the Stillwater Chamber of Commerce and Visit Stillwater, as well as Oklahoma and public and private organizations across the country have endorsed the Saturday after Thanksgiving as Small Business Saturday. Now, therefore, I, William Joyce, Mayor of the City of Stillwater, Oklahoma, do hereby proclaim Saturday, November 30th, 2024 as Small Business Saturday and urge all residents of our community and communities throughout the country to support small businesses and merchants on Small Business Saturday to shop small and local throughout the year. Elaine and Christy, as part of Visit Stillwater and the Chamber of Commerce, do all kinds of wonderful things throughout the year to support small business here in Stillwater. There's holiday promotions. I know Visit Stillwater has some things running during the holiday period coming up, and so we appreciate the work that you do. We'll take a quick picture with our presentations.
You have anything to say?
I asked them beforehand, they said no. So.
Okay.
But they can. All right, councilors, item 4 is the consent docket. Questions, comments, or action on the consent docket?
Motion to approve the consent docket.
Second.
With a motion and second on consent, please vote. With a vote of 5-0, the consent docket is approved. Under General Orders 7A, we have the Stillwater History Museum Association update.
Hi everyone. Thank you for having me here again today to give you an update from the last quarter. Although I have the pleasure of meeting some of you already on different occasions, I want to take this opportunity to introduce myself. My name is Catarina de Araújo. I go by Kat, but I'm the new director at the Stillwater History Museum. I'm taking over for Amelia Chamberlain, who is retiring at the end of this year. They're not here, but thanking my board members for allowing us to work together for 6 months, because that's going to ensure a smooth transition. Is also going to ensure my success in the future as well. So I just wanted to highlight a few of the numbers, and with that, it's hard to go over all of this, but I just want to say that reviewing all the numbers in attendance, I noticed that we are very steady throughout the years. Besides COVID years, our attendance is always stable. We always have programs with a small staff of one full-time employee and the help of part-time and student workers and volunteers. We're able to have a very stable organization for 50 years. I also want you guys to notice that our attendance in our auditorium uses have spiked a little bit and increased, and I want to ensure that this steady increase goes on in future years, because with the rentals from the auditorium, that helps us out also financially. And I also want to do a few highlights of programs that we did last quarter. So I just want to show some images. So we had our musical Odyssey events. Our auditorium is a beautiful space for concerts. We have children's theater there too. And on December 8th, we have a free variety show that includes Stillwater Public Schools, gospel singers. I'm very excited about this event. So using that space for music and culture is very important. Also, I have a close collection with OSU from my past job, so we are welcoming a lot of students. This last quarter, we had students from the theater department looking at our auditorium as well. We had students from early childhood education who got training from Debbie Williams on a kids program about Oklahoma and the Oklahoma Territory, how it began. And we also hosted history students as well. We had about 100 OSU students just last quarter. And we have something that I think is truly special, which is multi-generational teaching and multi-generational integration. So we have lots of volunteers who learn and who teaches kids. So you can see in our programs, which we had a detective theme. We also participated in Lexicon with a detective theme that was based on Dick Tracy. And we also welcomed kids from the fall break from the Prairie Arts Center. So I also want to highlight these partnerships. And I just wanted to thank Vice Mayor Amy Jaloski and also Councilor Hardin for attending our 50-year anniversary. And I want to thank all of you for all the years that you supported the Stillwater History Museum. I think that morning was a beautiful testament to the strength, stability, joy, and sense of pride that the museum brings to people's life. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for the report. All right, item 8, resolutions. Resolution CC-2024-37, a resolution discontinuing the parking permit program for designated permit parking in the City of Stillwater parking lot located on Lewis Street between 7th Avenue and 8th Avenue, known as Parking Lot 701, and providing an effective date.
So this resolution relates to the city-owned and operated public parking lot in front of City Hall. It's located on Lewis Street between 7th and 8th Avenues. It's known as Parking Lot 701. Since 2011, the city has operated a parking permit program for 23 spaces in that lot. By agreement, it allows somebody to park, have parking privileges in a designated spot Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5:30. The current program renews on a 6-month basis at $120 per 6 months. This parking lot is one that staff has been reviewing that program in connection with long-term parking improvements to the downtown area. Staff is recommending discontinuance of the permit program as in the best interest of the city in order to increase the number of non-restricted parking spaces in the public lot for residents and visitors to the area. Notices that staff has been reviewing this program and that the permits may not be renewed have been sent to permit holders during renewals in November of 2024. Notices were sent again in May of 2024, and most recently, the city sent a 5-day courtesy notice to all permit holders that this resolution was on the agenda and council would consider and take possible action to discontinue that permit program. So approval of this resolution discontinues the parking permit program in Lot 701 with an effective date of June 1st. That allows permit holders an additional 6 months to plan accordingly. If you have any questions, I can try to help, and staff is also here.
Councilors, questions?
Was there any pushback on discontinuing this?
So Lisa Burley, the municipal court clerk, actually administers this parking permit program. She didn't receive any negative feedback or any pushback, but she did receive confirmation from a couple of permit holders that they had received the notice and to thank them, and they would. She assured them that after action this evening that we would send additional information.
Thank you.
I assume those permits are all sold? Like that program's fully
Yes.
Yes.
used?
Yeah, well, the parking stalls, yes. They're, the rate, as City Attorney Carnley suggested, or cited, is well under what is a competitive rate. And as you remember from our parking study in 2022, we always strive to have healthy turnover, to make sure parking spaces, especially in a downtown area that are limited, are being utilized. And unfortunately, even though the program has those spots reserved, they're not being utilized. And so we communicated, I believe that we've given them 2 or 3 6-month terms saying we are going to make changes ever since the parking committee reported back to council back in January of 23, and we've received little feedback.
So you're saying that they're sold, but many times there's nobody parked in them?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
One more question. Will these spaces then have a time limit, like maximum 2 hours, maximum 1 hour?
We're still determining that. We as part of that parking committee that we reported to you back in January of 23, one of the first phases would be looking at the parking lots downtown and better utilizing our publicly owned parking lots and making sure that they're properly utilized.
Okay.
Yep.
But by approving this resolution, it would just discontinue
That's
the
correct.
program, and effective June 1st, the spots would be unrestricted public parking.
Further questions, comments, or action on the resolution?
I move adoption of resolution CC 2024-37.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on the resolution. Please vote. With a vote of 5-0, that resolution is adopted. Item 9 is ordinances. On first read, we have ordinance 3550, an ordinance amending Chapter 2, Administration, Article 5, Officers and Employees, by repealing Section 2-552 Collective Bargaining Unit Agreements in its entirety.
Yeah, so this ordinance proposes to repeal that Section 2-552 of the City Code in its entirety. This section provides that terms and conditions of any agreement with labor organizations require City Council approval. State law governs the process for collective bargaining, and by Resolution 2024-1, this City Council exercised legislative authority to implement state law provisions and designate the city manager as the corporate authority for purposes of collective bargaining. That aligns both with the statutory process and the powers vested exclusively with the city manager through the city charter. I am recommending repealing this section for 2 reasons. 1, it's not needed because state law governs this process for negotiations and contracting. And 2, repealing this section will ensure that we avoid any unintended ambiguity that may arise because the section's in the code.
Thank you, Ms. Carnley. Councilors, questions, comments?
Motion to advance ordinance 3550.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to advance the ordinance to second reading. Please vote. With a vote of 5-0, that ordinance is advanced to second reading. Reports from the officers and the board. Ms. Carnley,
I feel like I'm talking a lot.
you are. It's your meeting.
Request for an executive session pursuant to 25 OS Section 307B4 of the Open Meeting Act for the purpose of confidential communications between the City Council and its attorneys concerning Claire Hosterman versus City of Stillwater, Oklahoma, case number CIV 24-976 SLP. It's the opinion of council that disclosure will seriously impair the ability of the public body to process the claim and conduct pending investigation, litigation, or proceeding in the public interest. I also have a request for an executive session pursuant to 25 OS Section 307B1 for the purpose of discussing the employment, hiring, appointment, promotion, demotion, disciplining, or resignation of the interim city manager, Brady Moore.
Thank you so much. Mr. Moore.
Yes, thank you. Just a reminder that the Stillwater Municipal Building will be closed on Thursday, November 28th for Thanksgiving Day and Friday, November 29th to give staff an opportunity for more time with loved ones. We encourage everyone to plan ahead for any city services that may be needed during that holiday closure. We wish Stillwater residents and those in surrounding communities a safe and joyful Thanksgiving filled with family and friends. To view all city-observed holidays, please go to stillwaterok.gov/holidays.
Thank you. Vice Mayor Jalowski.
Celebrate the holidays in Stillwater by shopping, dining, and staying local. From November 23rd through January 5th, every $50 you spend earns one entry into the 2024 Fly Home for the Holidays giveaway. You could win gift cards for American Airlines and travel through Stillwater Regional Airport. Discover amazing deals during Stillwater's holiday shopping events. Whether you're exploring Lakeview Point and Pioneer Square shopping centers, the Strip, Campus Corner, or downtown Stillwater, you'll find shops and boutiques with gifts and treasures for all ages. 5 lucky winners will be randomly selected on January 15th, 2025, with confirmation on January 21st, 2025. Many thanks to Visit Stillwater for organizing and hosting this fun holiday event. For more information and to enter, go to visitstillwater.org. Christmas is coming.
It is.
Holidays are coming very quickly after Thanksgiving.
Councilor Hawkins.
Speaking of Thanksgiving, the annual Stillwater Community Thanksgiving Dinner will be on Thursday, November 28th at the First United Methodist Church, located at 400 West 7th Avenue. Enjoy a free, delicious meal served in person from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. For those unable to join in person, to-go meals will be available beginning at 12:30 p.m. This tradition is a great opportunity to share food, friendship, and community. If you would like to donate or volunteer, visit the Stillwater Community Thanksgiving Dinner Facebook page for more information or call 405-714-9824.
Excellent. That is a great event, and I really appreciate the volunteers that helped put that on. Councilor Clark.
The holiday season is upon us, and downtown Stillwater is ready to welcome families and friends to enjoy a variety of festive activities that highlight the charm and spirit of our community. Beginning November 30 from 5 to 8 p.m., residents and visitors can take a carriage ride through downtown Stillwater. Pickup and drop-off will be at Chris Stallman Plaza. On Thursday, December 5, downtown will host one of our most anticipated holiday traditions. We'll kick things off with candy at 6:30 p.m. The Parade of Lights begins at 7, and the evening will conclude at Chris Stallman Plaza with the lighting of the community holiday tree and a skit from Town and Gown Theater. Another great event is the Our Holiday Heroes and the Holiday Drone Show on Saturday, December 14. Grab a cup of hot cocoa and connect with first responders from 6 to 8 p.m. and enjoy the Holiday Drone Show at 7:45. For a full list of holiday happenings, go to stillwaterok.gov/holidays or the Visit Stillwater calendar, which includes light display locations and much more.
Lots of holiday stuff.
Lots of holiday stuff. And I'd like to add also, before we go on to Councilor Harden, that Saturday we had a work day at Washington School. We had a tremendous turnout, got a lot done, and I just want to thank everybody who came out and helped volunteer. It was a great time.
Yeah, you guys got a lot accomplished. I was not able to be there Saturday, but I drove by on Sunday and was very impressed with all the work that got done out there. It's really great. Councilor Harden.
The city is accepting applications for various committees, including the Board of Drainage Appeals, Stillwater Reinvestment Plan Implementation Policy Committee, also known as Downtown TIF number 3, and the Board of Adjustment. Committees are essential for increased development and infrastructure projects within our community. If you'd like to get involved in your local government and help make Stillwater even greater, please consider serving on one or more of these committees. For more information or apply, go to stillwaterok.gov/citizen boards.
Very important stuff. If you're interested in getting involved, please go to the Citizen Board website and let us know how you'd like to be involved. I will let you know that the holiday season means more packaging, wrapping paper, and other items for trash and recycling than any other time of the year. I got the good one today. During the weeks of Thanksgiving and Christmas, trash, recycling, and yard waste collection will be delayed by one day. Let's do our part to recycle properly. Your efforts will make a big difference, and we truly appreciate the support of our waste management customers. You can also note the Convenience Collection Center will be closed on city-observed holidays. And for a complete list of recyclable items and the collection schedule, for more information, go to stillwaterok.gov/holiday collection. All right, at this time I'll move we recess the City Council prior to item 11 on the agenda.
Second.
Prior to item 12 on the agenda?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Please vote. With a vote of 5-0, the Stillwater City Council will now be in recess. And at this time, I will call to order the Stillwater Utilities Authority meeting for November 18th, 2024. Trustees, questions, comments, or action on the consent docket?
Motion to approve the consent docket.
Second.
A motion and a second to approve consent. Please vote. With a vote of 5-0, the SUA consent docket is approved. Any reports from the officers of the board on this agenda? Seeing none, is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn the SUA. Please vote. With a vote of 5-0, the Stillwater Utilities Authority meeting is now adjourned. At this time, I will call to order the Stillwater Economic Development Authority meeting for November 18th, 2024. Trustees, questions, comment, or action on the consent docket?
Motion to approve consent docket.
Second.
A motion and a second to approve consent. Please vote. With a vote of 5-0, the SEDA consent docket is approved. Any reports from the officers of the board? Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second to adjourn SEDA. Please vote. With a vote of 5-0, the Stillwater Economic Development Authority is now adjourned. And at this time, I will reconvene the Stillwater City Council meeting at item 12 on the agenda. Is there a motion to enter executive session for the reasons requested by the city attorney?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to enter executive session as a Stillwater City Council. Please vote. The vote of 5-0, the City Council will now be in executive session. All right, we're back. Is there a motion to reconvene Stillwater City Council in regular session?
So
Motion.
moved.
Second.
It's a lot.
Figured that one out?
Yep, motion by Amy, seconded by Counselor Clark.
Please call the roll.
Mayor Joyce,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Jalowski,
Yes.
Counselor Hawkins,
Yes.
Counselor Clark,
Yes.
Counselor Harden.
Yes.
We're back in regular session. I don't think there's any action from executive session. No recommendations. No action from executive session. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn. Please call the roll.
Mayor Joyce,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Jalowski,
Yes.
Counselor Hawkins,
Yes.
Counselor Clark,
Yes.
Counselor Harden.
Yes.
With a vote of 5-0, the Stillwater City Council is now adjourned, and that concludes our meetings for the evening.